Good evening, you're watching Reporter's Diary, and before we move ahead with our reporters, let me share with you the major points which are in news today. Bihar is bracing for Tuesday's counting of votes for the assembly election, with majority of exit polls keeping the five-party Grand Alliance led by the young RJD leader Tejasvi Yadav ahead of the ruling NDA as far as possibility of forming the new government is concerned. Counting of votes will take place at 55 centers across 38 districts, where the outcome will decide the fate of the Nitish Kumar led government. Counting for by polls will also take place on Tuesday in several states, including Uttar Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh, and Gujarat. Prime Minister Narendra Modi today inaugurated and laid foundation of various projects worth rupees 614 crore for his Lok Sabha constituency Varanasi via video conferencing. While addressing the people of Varanasi, the Prime Minister made an appeal to them to promote local for Diwali, big time, and buy local products this festive season, saying it will give a new boost to the economy. Modi also spoke about the agricultural reforms introduced by the government, saying they will connect farmers directly to the market and send middlemen out of the system. Extending festival greetings to the people, the Prime Minister said, "You are seeing today that along with vocal for local, the mantra of local for Diwali is resonating everywhere." At a time when the air condition in Delhi is showing no sign of improvement, the National Green Tribunal has imposed a total ban on sale or use of all kinds of firecrackers in the national capital region from November 9th midnight to November 30th midnight. Issuing the order, the NGT ban today said celebration by crackers is for happiness and not to celebrate deaths and diseases. A bench headed by NGT chairperson Justice Adarsh Kumar Goyal clarified that the direction will apply to all cities and towns in the country where the average of ambient air quality during November 19 was in poor and above categories. Iconic face of South Indian cinema Chiranjeevi is now down with the effect of coronavirus. The South superstar today said he has tested positive for COVID-19 and is under home quarantine. It deserves mention here that the actor met Telangana Chief Minister K. Chandrasekhar Rao along with industry colleague Nagarjuna a few days back. Chiranjeevi wrote on Twitter that he is currently asymptomatic. He took a test as he was about to resume shooting of his upcoming Telugu action drama Acharya and found that the report was positive. China today refused to congratulate Joe Biden as the winner of the US presidential election, saying the outcome of the American polls should be determined by the country's laws and procedures. Beijing is yet to come out with an official reaction to the victory of Biden and Kamala Harris in the presidential election, even though official media here are carrying out commentaries on their election. Chinese Foreign Ministry spokesman Wang Wenbin has said that their country has noticed that Biden declared he is the winner of the election, but asserted our understanding is that the outcome of the election will be determined in accordance with US laws and procedures. So these are the major points which are in news today. And now I'm joined by our team of reporters, Asmita and Razia. Asmita, what all happening at your end?
Hi, Safi. From Kolkata, the news that I have is local train services is all set to resume in Bengal from Wednesday, November 11th. And Safi, that we all know that some staff special train were there, but finally, after 7 months of local train services going to start from Howrah and Shialda divisions, and of course, with all safety protocols, the Eastern and Southeastern Railway gearing up for suburban train services on a request of the state government. And as if now the information we have, Safi, the Eastern Railway and the Southeastern Railway will together run 696 local trains. I repeat, 696 local trains daily with maintaining strict protocols and social distancing. And Safi, railway officials said that all steps are being taken to ensure the maintenance of physical distancing and entry of commuters in station and trains will be strictly monitored as per COVID-19 protocols. And Safi, also all train coaches have been thoroughly sanitized in both its Howrah and Shialda divisions. And Eastern Railway authorities urge passengers to follow health and hygiene protocol, including mandatory use of face cover, sanitizer and maintaining physical distancing and to combat the spread of COVID-19. And hopefully, Safi, local train service resume will help daily commuters to reach their destination easily and timely. And another news that I have, Safi, today Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee wrote to Prime Minister Narendra Modi seeking his urgent intervention to control it, holding increase supplies and bring down the spiraling prices of essential commodities. And in her letter to the PM, Mamta has also asked him to restore the state's power to control prices of the essential food items like potato and onion. And the Chief Minister wrote in her letter that in the view of the seriousness of the matter, I would urge the central government to urgently step into control, holding to increase supply and to bring down the rising prices of essential commodities as public is facing acute crisis. And otherwise, the power of the state government be restored for exercising control over the production, supply, distribution, and sale of agricultural commodities, Safi. And Safi, one heartening news coming from the hills is that a joy ride on the iconic toy train of Darjeeling, Himalayan Railway between Ghum and Darjeeling may soon be experiences by tourists provided the state government gives its NOD. And Savi, today officials of DHR had an inspection ride of the truck and revealed this. And the services were shut down on August 24 following the breakout of obviously corona pandemic. And Savi, later the truck were damaged by landslide also. At present, repair work of the truck is going on, is full swing. And Safi, the official expect that once the track is fully repaired, the normal service between NGP and Darjeeling will be restored, Safi. That's all.
All right, thank you. There's a lot of news here, viewers, right from Calcutta onwards till Darjeeling. You have some critical information your way, which you can actually use. Local trains to resume services. There is talk of the joyride to commence, and there is a letter written by Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee to the Prime Minister. So all three very important aspects, very important points to look into. We move on to Port Blair with Razia. What all happening there, Razia?
Good evening, Shafi. I would like to start with the tough action against bootlegging and drugs peddling by SP North and Middle Andaman. The vigorous efforts have been made by the district police of North and Middle Andaman to curb the menace of alcohol and drugs in the district. The same will be continuing in the days to come, the SP said. And he also said that since September 2020, 16 bootleggers and huge seizure of drugs made last year have almost controlled the drug menace in these districts. And the further actions is going on by the North and Middle District Police. Another news is a positive news, Safi. In a positive development, the BSNL mobile users of Mayabandar region started getting 4G connectivity from yesterday onwards. And according to reports, after Diglipur, Mayabandar region is the second region to get 4G connectivity through 3G spectrum, and soon Rangat will also get similar 4G connectivity. Shafi, before that, I just want to explain Diglipur, Mayabandar, Rangat, these are the very remote islands of Andaman Nicobar Islands, and sometimes getting mobile connectivity is very difficult, and now with mobile connectivity, internet services are getting in a proper way, which is really good for the villagers of those places. And the third one is Indian Coast Guard apprehended Myanmari fishing boat with 12 poachers. These 12 poachers illegally fishing in Indian water, approx 14 nautical miles west of Ratland Island. The team, Indian Coast Guard, apprehended these 12 poachers and hand over them to Andaman Nicobar Police for further investigation. And the last one is Shafi. Since yesterday evening, there was a heavy rain in these islands, due to which tree uprooted due to landslide. Tree uprooted and fell down on a resident at Bridgeganj area. The Andaman Nicobar police team, IRBN team, and fire brigade team managed to clean the debris. And of course, there is some damages to the house, but no life has been affected with these uprooted trees. So for today, that's all for now from Andaman.
All right. Thank you, Asmita. Thank you, Razia, for joining Reporters Diary. Viewers, this is all we have this is evening in Reporters Diary. Please do join us again.